Welcome once again to Metro Pro Wrestling here on Metro Sports. I'm Dave Borchin alongside Chris the Idiot Goff here at Turner Rec Center in Kansas City.
Very creative.
Well, you know, the truth hurts sometimes, Chris. It doesn't have to be creative necessarily. And
another guy that's not very creative, Tyler Cook. This guy bores me.
Well, other than the fact he's from Lawrence, Chris, there's a lot to like about this guy, Tyler Cook. And has had a great career already in the short history of Metro Pro Wrestling. And here we're going to see the renewal of one of the great feuds in the young history of Metro Pro Wrestling. SBC has the title, the Kansas Championship. Tyler Cook wants to get it back.
Sure. Well, you know, they had that epic unveiling of this title belt. They went outside, and finally SBC was able to conquer Tyler Cook and become the Kansas champion. Dave, what was that, a couple years ago? He's had it forever, but now Tyler Cook gets one more shot to try to get that belt around his waist.
SBC, of course,
thank you for chanting that.
Formerly known, I wasn't chanting, formerly known as Sir Bradley Charles, now much less popular, known as
Showtime! Yeah, thank you for letting me do that. Showtime, Bradley Charles.
Yes, much less popular. And you remember, Chris,
much less popular.
He stabbed Tyler Cook in the back, Chris.
No, he did not. He decided to take the next step in his professional career, which I want to do around here many times. Stab somebody in the back, take my career to the next level, Dave. I'm looking around, I don't see anybody else I can do that to. It's going to allow me to take that next step. Certainly not you.
What?
But SBC did that with Tyler Cook, became the Kansas champion, and now he rips the signs out of idiots like that wearing sporting Kansas City jerseys and rips them and throws it on the ground like that team and everybody else that plays for that squad. No one cares about soccer.
It's the only
no one
winning
cares
team in
about
Kansas City.
No, SBC, Showtime, Bradley Charles. Yeah, he didn't play soccer. He lifted weights. Okay.
Well, it looks like he's wearing a hockey shoulder pads. Isn't that what you told me, Chris?
Yes, he played hockey too. Man sport.
It's real popular here in Kansas City.
Well, they
wonder who drew more, the Blades or Sporting KC?
Missouri Mavericks, hello. Fill that place up every...
I like the Mavericks.
Yeah, then shut up.
5,000 people.
Here we go. Who's talking about? No, there's at least
20,000 Sporting KC.
At least 5,000 people in Turner Rec tonight for this match.
Yeah, it's a lower turnout than normal. We're normally pushing 10 Gs.
SBC trying to defend his Kansas title against Tyler Cook tonight. And Tyler Cook, you mentioned he's from Lawrence, Dave. It's amazing, all these Jayhawk people, they don't know how to cut their hair. I walked down Mass Street, they look very similar to Tyler Cook. Do they not have barbers in Lawrence?
Well, see, I think they have Tyler Cook's hair, but they look more like, you know, maybe Medea or Raiders fan or Retro Rick, though.
Good point. They're usually homeless.
What? Well, maybe we could get some more wrestlers from those ranks. We've found success here lately in Metro Pro with Homeless Brody.
You walk through Lawrence, it looks like a bunch of Jerry Garcia guys. I'm talking about how he looks now. 10 years later, Dave.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, Tyler Cook and SBC. And Dave, you remember when Tyler lost the belt? What a great day that was. When Showtime, Bradley Charles, rose from becoming the Sir to Showtime and just took over Metro Pro. You remember that?
Yeah, how could I forget? He stabbed his good friend in the back, Chris. Remember, he beat him with a chair senseless for 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was great. That was just a great moment of 2012. And here we go. And you know what? Tyler Cook has every opportunity, Dave. There's no other Kansas City killers out here because you're very happy that Jeremy White and Mark Sterling are fighting. So now no one's out here to help him against Tyler.
We're talking about these winning teams at Sporting KC. I mean, maybe Tyler Cook can do something for the pride of Lawrence because certainly their football team hasn't done much this year.
You're right. Charlie, what's his name? Charlie Tuna?
Charlie Rice.
Charlie Rice. You're right. Not doing very much over there, but Tyler Cook maybe can have one win this season against SBC.
I'd love it. So everybody here at Turner Rec Center, except you, would love it.
I actually wouldn't love that, but SBC now reversing it on Tyler Cook at the side headlock there, and he's showing everybody how it's done, Dave.
Remember when the fans used to cheer for this guy, Chris? He used to be a law-abiding citizen and a real fan favorite.
Well, the smart ones do. Over there in that corner over there, it's a very smart side over there. They like SBC still.
Who are you pointing at, Chris?
The corner over there.
You got his sister here normally, or one person.
Nice headlock takedown by Tyler Cook.
It's nice you're finally giving some credit. Well, you're actually doing an impression of an unbiased broadcast journalist for once.
Yes, I actually called a move, Dave.
Tyler Cook in control here right in the center of the ring. Referee Pumpkin there observing closely. You talk about long hair. I'm surprised you haven't ripped on him yet.
You're absolutely right. Pumpkin has some incense from me later tonight. But Tyler Cook and SBC continue. Look, Tyler bringing him up to a standing position now.
When these first two got started with their feud months ago here, This is really a battle of two of the rising stars in Metro Pro Wrestling, but since then, like you said, SBC has really taken off, and he's held that Kansas title for quite a while.
He has, and you know what, Dave? I'm sort of worried because he doesn't have his friends Wyatt and Sterling out here. There's cracks in the foundation of the Kansas City Killers, and I'm worried about it, really. It keeps me up at night.
Well, it's a good question. I mean, I think we know where Wyatt and Sterling stand with each other. I don't know where those guys stand in regards to SBC. I assume Sterling still likes him. I don't know what Wyatt thinks.
They should both like SBC, Dave. Obviously, it's a problem between Wyatt and Sterling, so I don't know. They both need to be out here and show some unity here with SBC as he tries to defend his title against the former champion.
Got a break it, but not a clean break in the corner. And, you know, Chris, if they're such a tight-knit team that you claim, then certainly they'll be out here at some point because they can't stand to let a match go by without cheating and interfering.
No, they don't like to cheat anymore, Dave. It's a new, almost a new year here. So
it's not New Year's yet.
They said it's a New Year resolution, just a little early. They're not going to do that anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start keeping track. I'm gonna see how that goes.
You really?
Yes.
You say that all the time. You never bring up anything.
No. This sounds like a good case to prove that you're an idiot. So I'll definitely keep track.
That's gonna take a big case to do that.
No, not so much. SBC now in control, and Cook trying to work his way back up to his feet here has done it.
Look at that. What's he going to do? Chin breaker possibly on SBC? No, another headlock takeover. Look at that. Nice. Powers out of it. And now Tyler back on top.
Referee's looking there. I think SBC's about to call it quits, Chris.
Yeah, right, Dave. This guy doesn't know how to say quit.
I know he doesn't know how to spell it.
Well, I was going to say most people in this building don't.
Why do you always have to rip on the hardworking blue-collar fans here at Turner Rec Center, Chris? It's insulting.
Take a drink.
You ever done a what? Have you ever put in a hard day's work?
I've heard that's a drinking game, Dave. Every time you say hardworking blue-collar fans, and that's, you know, and I'd be done by now.
Every time you say Showtime or the Commission, people would be just blanked out before we got midway through the show.
Dave, I'm sorry if I get excited. I love Showtime and the Commission, okay? I love both of them so much that I like to say their name like Showtime Bradley Charles.
Shut up!
And he happens to be in control right now as he tries to scoop slam Cook.
God, at least you stopped. I thought you were going to yell the Commission again there. Thank goodness.
No, they're not out here.
And at least according to my schedule here,
big shoulder block.
Unless they come out and interfere, we don't have to see those morons this week.
No, the Commission not on this show, Dave. Look at that. Wow, drop kick by Tyler. Did you see that elevation?
That is athleticism there. And look at Tyler Cook here. Great takedown with a one-arm drag, and now ducking under the clothesline. Look at this.
Oh, no. Oh, look at that face buster right there on SBC. Look at this cover now.
Both legs are hooked, but only a 2 count.
He does not need to be losing this Kansas title to Tyler.
Well, but he doesn't need to, but it'd be pretty nice.
No, nobody wants that.
Holiday gift for all the fans watching at home.
No, it's a holiday season. He should keep his title belt and keep all these kids happy. Look at that swanton bomb onto the knees of SBC. Totally choreographed that, telegraphed it, and you know what? SBC has pointing to his head. He knows he is the man. And here you go, 1, 2, 3, right here, Dave.
I think technically, Chris, I think you're a little confused. It's actually called the season of giving, not the season of keeping. I think you may be a bit perplexed.
Well, it's not the season of winning for Tyler Cook because he's not going to do that on his belly there like a snake that he is. Can't stand this guy. Why are they chanting "Go Chicken Go," Dave?
Maybe because SBC's a chicken, I don't know. It also is a fine popular dining establishment here in KCK, Chris.
You're absolutely right. I love those gizzards.
Get some go sauce. You ever had that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good.
Livers and gizzards. Those gizzards, Dave.
I heard they're healthy because they come from a chicken.
Very chewy. Good gizzards are very chewy, but you don't want to get some of that grit in there. Sometimes they don't clean them out good enough, but Go Chicken Go, they do. They're good.
And, of course, we'd encourage Go Chicken Go to become a fine sponsor here at Metro Pro Wrestling, Chris.
With that kind of endorsement from me, I don't know how they couldn't, Dave. SBC, look at that, taking a shot to the gut by Tyler Cook.
SBC now in control, though. I did hear part of Girthy's big weight loss plan was given up to Go Chicken Go, another fast food establishment.
Well, I'm not going to, you know, Girthy just partaking too much. You know, he probably shouldn't have eaten so much. I don't want to say that if you go to Go Chicken Go that you gain a lot of weight, Dave, because that's probably going to be bad if they want to be a sponsor.
Well, we won't send this part of the tape to them, of course.
Okay, yeah, it's not on TV at all. Look at this.
Submission move here for SBC.
Yeah, look, Tyler Cook is going to tap. Oh, tap like the Jayhawks did in the Big 12 football season. Look, come on, submit.
Don't forget the national title game, Chris, as Tyler Cook's face is turning beet red here. Quite a move there, Chris.
Look at that, the submission move, just putting those knees into the back. Here's a cover.
Right into the pinfall. Great sequence there by SBC.
SBC is great. He almost had the win right there.
Shut up, Chris. You don't need to say that every 2 seconds. And I was mentioning earlier, when these two guys were really facing off and their feud was at full bore, it was really two of the rising stars in Metro Pro. But if Cook could win tonight and get that title back, he'd really cement himself in that position once again.
Of course, beating SBC is a huge deal at this point, Dave. You're right. He's a Kansas champion for like a year. Tyler Cook, if he could beat him, it would be a huge step for him. Tyler Cook, though, held this title for a very long time as well. We talked about Tyler. He's looked at by TNA. He's had, obviously, a lot of tryouts for major companies in the United States, but he's still here in Metro Pro, and SBC is going to work on him right now.
Look at this backbreaker by SBC. Cook writhing in pain, almost got counted out there with the 3 count. Almost pinned, but no, he was able to kick out just at the last second. Man, this is memories of when SBC won the title when he just completely dominated over Tyler Cook. I mean, this is like a replay right now. Look at that, SBC.
Trying to baseball slide, but no, jumps over, and SBC now dropping the big elbow.
Right to the gut of Cook. Now another,
Raiders fan, all these other idiots, pretty quiet right now. For some reason, they don't know SBC's the winner here, the champion.
Are you kidding? They hate this guy. He's a jerk.
Look, he's asking for his cheering fans to continue. Look, the splits, Dave. Look at the athleticism, the entertainment value that SBC brings to this.
It's a lot better when ACH pulls off those moves, Chris.
Who?
I'll give SBC some credit, though. Really one of the top-notch competitors here in the Midwest. Maybe
here we go.
Gonna be all over here.
Yeah.
Another 2 count.
They look like 3. Maybe this guy's hair's in his way. Come on, SBC.
Will you stop cheering? You're supposed to be an unbiased commentator.
I am. I'm an unbiased broadcast journalist, Dave. That's what I went to school for.
But I did go to the finest journalism school in the country in Mizzou. I do know that's correct.
You're absolutely right. I wish you could have gotten in there instead of just the English program, but still.
Shut up, Chris.
SBC bowing back the arms of Tyler Cook. Look at this. He's about to break his arms, Dave.
Well, look, looks like Cook.
Just
Cook
throw it.
Maybe hulking up. He's
throwing the towel, Dave. Just go out there and help him.
Maybe hulking up here, Chris.
Hulk who?
He was in a video recently, the Hulkster.
Here we go. That was a good one. SBC beating on the back of Tyler Cook. Look, Irish whip now, Dave.
Look at that. Cook sliding under. Look at the move there. Now off the ropes. SBC gets a punch right to the forehead and another.
Look at these big right hands by Tyler.
Tyler Cook's been down and out the last 5 minutes or so, but now he's taking control of this match.
Inverted atomic drop. Here we go. Scoop slam. No, but look. He held him up, Dave.
Oh, look at that move.
Like a diamond cutter there, and Tyler Cook rolled to the outside. Maybe another swanton?
They give you hits this, it's over.
Oh!
He hit it, Chris.
No!
We may have a new Kansas champion.
Where are you? Get up!
No!
Oh, I knew it. I knew that Showtime was going to kick out.
What are you talking about?
It's
You're
obvious.
crying over there.
Do you see tears? No. Don't cry. SBC's going to win.
He's shaking over there. SBC barely kicking out. I thought Cook had the title there.
Come on, look. Knife edge chop there by Tyler Cook. These idiots saying woo. Up and over, but no, caught by Tyler, Dave. Not good for SBC. Yes, though. Reversal. Unprettier, maybe?
Oh.
Yes. Shades of Christian. Here's a cover.
Leg is
it's over.
No. What heart Tyler Cook is displaying here tonight.
I think this moron ref has to be from Lawrence. He won't give the 3 count to SBC. He's got hair down to his butt. He has to be from Lawrence.
He actually told me before the match he was from Belton, Chris.
No, he's not. I know everybody in Belton, and he's not from there.
You probably do. There's only 7 people that live there.
Oh, okay.
SBC with kick after kick to Tyler Cook.
We all have huge ranches. What's your point? Here we go.
Those paved roads and running water are coming soon, Chris.
Yes, no. I don't understand why you keep ripping in my hometown. You're supposed to be calling the match. He's a good play-by-play guy. Still waiting for someone to do that well here.
I'm just trying to divert all the attention from Lawrence. I don't want to lose all our viewers there, Chris.
Big shoulder. Is that what you're worried about?
Yes, of course. I love Lawrence.
I didn't know that
Tyler
was...
Cook. Maybe going to finish it off and win back the title.
No! Get up, SBC! No!
What a move by Cook!
Flying forearm, and here's a cover.
This has to be it.
Get up!
No!
Oh, thank goodness.
Unbelievable.
Oh, look at
SBC
this.
Kicked out.
Look, I saw a glimpse of him, Dave. Jason Stripes out at ringside, and we saw what Jason Stripe did a couple weeks ago. He got the match against Mike Seidel because of Bradley Charles. And look at him stalking.
I don't like this at all, Chris.
Look, oh, what is he doing, SBC? He's pulling him out, yes. Yes, they're friends, Dave.
Oh, come on.
Yes, get out of here.
The title there.
Get out of here. Jason Stripe, a huge star around the Midwest, and he is out here with SBC now. Yes, take that Kansas title and go to the back, boys.
What a coward.
They're better than Tyler Cook.
Real fighting champion, isn't he, Chris? There you
What?
go.
Why is he hitting these guys around the fans?
Well, he's trying to run away from the match.
And Jason Stripe, yes.
Oh, come on.
Beating on the back of Tyler Cook, and there goes the bell.
Oh, what a joke this is. Cook was going to win that title, you know it, Chris.
Tyler Cook wins because of disqualification, so he does not win the title belt, Dave. SBC retains the Kansas Championship, and now Jason Stripe and SBC just beating down on the back of Tyler Cook.
Somebody get out here. This is ridiculous.
Yes, no. Now let it go on. Come on. Yes, scraping the back.
Oh, Cook displayed so much heart tonight, but nobody can win a 2 versus 1 matchup.
Oh, look, he opened sores that are probably there because of that just scraping of the back by Jason Stripe. And what is this? No, Mike Seidel is here. Rock and roll Mike Seidel. Come out.
Yeah, let's even the odds here, Chris.
They're taking out Jason Stripe and running out SBC. And you know what, Mike Seidel, he has lost SBC. He's not going to get another title shot. What is he coming out here for? I don't understand this.
Look at these two cowards running for the hills now, Chris. They love the 2 versus 1 fight, but they can't handle when it's all even.
Jason Stripe, he's an up-and-comer here, Dave. Don't be surprised if that guy has some gold around his waist coming up here very soon on the Metro Pro roster. But coming up, Dave, your old friend Hoodlum's back. Still trying to get his first win at Metro Pro, taking on Ricky Cruz. And we'll find out what tonight's main event is here, because I've been hearing some things. Jeremy Wyatt has an opponent picked by Mark Sterling. We'll see if that match takes place coming up a little bit later on the show.
Lucy will be here with Ricky Cruz, right?
Yes, she will.
Yes, stay tuned for that. It's coming up next.
Watch. Hey. Yes, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good, man. Doing great. Hey, Metro Pro champion. I'm always great. That's true. I got a proposition for you. The powers that be at Metro, they've allowed me to choose Jeremy Wyatt's next opponent. And I was thinking, you know, I'm really confident in your abilities, bro. Dude, you're a former Marine. You can take Jeremy Wyatt.
I can take
Am I correct?
Jeremy Wyatt. Oh yeah, this guy. I mean, I get it. Everybody's, oh, Jeremy Wyatt's so great. You know, I'm not scared of this dude. I can do this.
Yeah, I've heard.
I can do this. Yeah, no problem. You need me, I'm gonna do it.
Hey, just making sure, man. A little bit extra beat down. You know what I mean?
Oh, we're gonna take care of it. I got a perfect idea. I found this guy. He's big. He's dumb. He's homeless. It's dangerous. It doesn't get much more dangerous than that. We're gonna make this happen.
Crush it.
But can I add something else?
Yeah.
All right, listen, guy. I'm having a hard time being taken serious around here, all right? And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of hearing about Jeremy Wyatt. I'm tired of hearing about all these other guys. I need to make a step. So you're the champ. So after you go on, you defend, and you beat Jeremy Wyatt, how about throwing me a title shot? Do a little bit more ground here. You know, I've been working out.
Sure.
Cool.
Strings.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, cool, dude.
Thank you very much. No problem. He's getting taken care of. That dude's not even gonna be able to walk.
Yeah.
I break people for a living. That's what I do. Did you see Dingo? Yeah, you haven't seen him back since. That's what I'm talking about. It's gonna happen.
All right.
You're the man, sir.
You're the man. You're the man.
Join Metro Pro Wrestling 24/7 on social media. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/MetroProKC. On Twitter, you can follow us at KC Metro Pro. Our YouTube page is located at youtube.com/KC Metro Pro. And finally, our company website with all of our live event dates over at MetroWrestling.com.
Welcome back to Metro Pro Wrestling here on Metro Sports. And Chris,
Yes!
Yeah, okay.
Hoodlum! I love Hoodlum, man. From California,
Yeah,
the
I know.
Superior
I can
State.
see by his flag, Chris, and I'm sure he'll tell us here in a minute.
The Superior State of California, Dave.
Why do you like California? You're from Missouri.
I know, but he lowers himself to come to this godforsaken state, Kansas. He comes out here and tells everybody how great California is. I love this guy. Why would you like?
This guy's winless. Why do you love all
Well,
these
he's
winless
taken.
losers? You love the commission. You love Hoodlum.
He's still trying to get his first win, but it's sure to happen tonight, Dave. He's taking on Ricky Cruz. That little whip, he barely wins half the time himself.
Well, we got some news, Chris.
What's that?
We know our main event at this point, and
Oh, yeah.
it's going to be a big one. We just heard Jeremy Wyatt against Dan Walsh. It's going to be a great main event next segment, but I guess I have to be quiet now.
Shut up.
Let me just say what an honor it is for all of you to see me back here
What?
in this toilet that you call a town.
It is a toilet. Love it. This guy's so good, Dave. You should have some
Because
talk
my
show.
name is Hoodlum, and I am from the superior city of Long Beach, California.
I do think he'd be a better talk show host than wrestler, Chris.
Did Don Diablo get something wrong
Now,
again?
because some of you Kansas City idiots
Happens about twice a
have
show.
nothing else better to do but count my win-loss record here in this company,
Hood Bum, that's a great sign.
some of you might notice that I have yet to win a match here in Metro Pro.
I hadn't noticed.
I think I just said that.
But I'm on to you. I'm on to you finally, because as I look across this crowd, I see a bunch of losers. And I'm finally willing to take responsibility and tell you all that it's in your water.
It is in the water here, Dave. The water in Kansas City,
So
Kansas
right
is
here
tainted.
is an authentic bottle of fresh California water from my superior city of Long Beach.
Dave, you understand if you drink that water from California here in Kansas, you almost get superpowers here. Yes, he got it.
That's good.
Yes. It's clean, tastes good.
Now, speaking of tainted,
What is wrong with you
disgusting,
guys?
poisoned water, there's a certain individual in the back that calls himself a Puerto Rican international superstar.
Who?
Ricky Cruz, Chris,
Oh.
and the lovely
This
Lucy.
individual claims that he's been to Japan, to Mexico,
That's a great sign.
to Puerto Rico. But the fact of the matter is that he's never beaten the Pacific Prince.
He's the only one here
He's
that has
never
it.
beaten the Pierce Prodigy. He's never beaten the toast of the West Coast, Hoodlum.
That's true. So he hasn't done anything yet, obviously, is what he's saying.
So bring him out.
I'd like to point out, Chris, that everyone that has had the chance to match up against the toast of the West Coast has emerged victorious and happy.
It's the Pacific Prince, Dave Hoodlum, and he's here to get his first victory tonight against this Puerto Rican international superstar, self-proclaimed Ricky Cruz. You know what? This Jezebel Lucy Mendez,
Wait,
she used to
Chris.
be she used to be with Hoodlum, and now she's got here with the front runner Ricky Cruz.
I just lost my train of thought and may not be able to speak coherently for the next 5 minutes, Chris.
Well, that's changed. It's been the whole show up to this point.
Can we do an instant replay or maybe a rewind there? Box shot? Picture in picture? Can we do that?
Dave, I know you like Lucy Mendez. She's very beautiful, I understand, but again, what a harlot. She left Hoodlum to go with Ricky Cruz. You know, why would you leave the toast of the West Coast to go with the Puerto Rican superstar? That's a step down in my book. Look, and he hangs out with these guys.
Oh,
this
look at
trash.
that. What a group of winners there right there on the screen, Chris.
Where? I don't see it, but the people not
Santa
involved in
and
this.
His well-fed son.
Here we go, Ricky Cruz, and welcome back,
Oh,
Ricky
come
Cruz.
What a cheap shot.
Goodbye, Ricky, and you know what? This is a perfect time for Hoodlum to get some revenge on Lucy, but she crawls between his legs there. Ducks the clothesline, and Ricky Cruz taking him out.
Oh, and look at this.
What?
Lucy. No. Yes.
No!
Yes.
Hurricane Rana by Lucy on Hoodlum.
I thought Hoodlum was going to hurt her, but she got the last laugh, Chris.
What is she even doing in the ring? Get outside, you're a manager. Slammed down by Ricky Cruz, and Hoodlum is at a disadvantage already after what Lucy Mendez did to him.
Wait, are you complaining that after he hit Ricky Cruz with a cheap shot, he's at a disadvantage early in the match?
Yes, there's two wrestlers out there, Lucy and Ricky. And just notice, Ricky and Lucy, what is this, I Love Lucy? It's a How is this the first time I figured that one out?
Wow, you need to start talking in, some of those old jokes from the show. I wasn't a big fan, Maybe you got some good quotes for us here.
No, Dave, I was about -40 when that was still on the TV. Look at that spinning heel kick on Hoodlum, and I think that caught Hoodlum right in the nose, Dave. He's
He
hurt.
deserves it.
No, he doesn't.
Maybe he'll bleed some Superior California blood, Chris.
Well, it would. You should mop that up here and put it in the bottle, because probably save some lives around here.
Probably wouldn't be willing to accept a transplant here in Kansas City, would he?
No, who would? Unless you're just at death's door and he needs some kind of help. Ricky Cruz out there, look, they're trying to count him out, Dave. The guy got hit in the face.
He's going to get counted out? This is great. Hoodlum is down, but Ricky Cruz leaves the ring as well, Chris. Ending the count.
Come on!
He might have just won the match there by count out if he wouldn't have been so generous to leave the ring.
Yeah, Ricky Cruz, I guess that's nice to throw Hoodlum back in. But look, Dave, Hoodlum's busted open.
Oh, man, that was a big spinning kick that he took from Ricky Cruz. But look at that. I think he was playing a little possum,
He
Chris.
was. Look at him throwing Ricky Cruz in that second turnbuckle, just stomping a mud hole in his back. Look at that, Dave.
Hoodlum looking worse for wear here,
That's
Chris.
not going to stop him, though, Dave.
But he is in control.
Pacific Prince.
That's great, Chris. I love these nicknames this guy runs out here every week.
Toast on the West Coast.
He loses match after match, but each match he gets a new nickname for himself.
Well,
How do
you know
figure
what?
that?
He's an entertainer, Dave. He's a marketer. He's smart.
Maybe he needs to turn to a career as a manager where he can just talk and then have to worry about winning matches.
Dave, he's a great. Look at this. I love that.
It's a good combo move. I'll
The
give him
hip
credit.
toss and the leg drop. Here we go. Ricky Cruz is out now.
Only a 2 count, and Ricky Cruz, of course, fighting for the lovely Lucy Mendez at ringside, Chris. Why'd you shush me? I didn't need to hear him say that. He says that all the time.
I'm just learning things about wrestling. It's submission hold. He learned it in Long Beach, California.
Like you didn't know that, Chris. He says that every time he enters the squared circle here in Metro Pro.
Hey, all these morons out in the crowd want to try to be wrestlers. He's trying to teach them how to do it.
Doubt that's his MO, but nonetheless, he's certainly educating again, if you could call it that. Oh, look at that. He had a handful of hair. Come on.
I didn't see anything. Ricky Cruz getting thrown down by Hoodlum, and look at that, dropping the big knee on that left arm of Ricky. Cover. Here we go.
Leg is hooked, but only a 2 count again for Hoodlum.
Come on. Lucy Mendez, they should send her to the back. She should not be around ringside.
Well, I kind of agree. I think she has a better place. She can join us here at the broadcast booth. That invitation's always open. She refuses to take us up on it.
I don't know, Dave. That might cause somebody here to be biased. I don't
We
like,
already have one of those each match, don't we? It's
yeah,
called Chris Goff.
I don't like biased broadcasters. Hoodlum falling down, but it doesn't matter, Dave. He's got Ricky Cruz right where he wants him right now. Look, he's drinking some more California water. That's going to help him, Dave.
Well, I don't think it's very smart taking a break in the middle of the match, but
here we go.
See how it pays off here. It hasn't hurt him yet.
Look, big right hand. Doesn't hurt him at all.
Referee's telling him to open those hands up, and now Hoodlum up to the middle ropes here, middle turnbuckle. 1, 2, 3.
Tres, cuatro.
Just because Ricky Cruz is from Puerto Rico,
Cinco.
Chris, you don't have to count it in Spanish.
Seis, yes. Just because you can't speak in Spanish, can't count in
I
English, let alone
demonstrated my
Spanish.
use of the Spanish language last week. Thank you
Look,
very
it's
much.
Referee
Gracias.
Pumpkin not understanding that he's busted open. And look, Ricky Cruz throws him back, now reversing it back in the corner with the knife edge chop.
And I was about to say, it looks like the winless streak of Hoodlum's about to come to an
I
end,
think it
Chris.
still is, Dave.
But it's not like,
Big
I
boot
spoke
to
too
the
soon.
face.
Now Hoodlum may be back in control here.
Look at that, no face buster on Hoodlum, right on that possibly broken nose, Dave. That could be a problem for Hoodlum at this point.
Both these guys down and both in a lot of pain here. We're about 10 minutes into this match.
Ricky Cruz, the crowd getting behind him. I don't understand why. After all the good things Hoodlum said about Kansas and its people and water, but nonetheless, Ricky Cruz has the backing of these idiots.
Referee up to a 6 count. Can either of these guys get to their feet before 10? It looks like Ricky Cruz is
That's on his feet,
insane,
Dave.
Chris. He's about to get right up.
It's on his knees, okay? Now they're both on their knees.
Actually, Ricky Cruz is standing, Chris. Maybe you should open your
They're
eyes.
both standing. Look, blocked by Ricky Cruz. Now big right hand. Another one by Ricky. And Hoodlum's in trouble, Dave. This has never happened in a match with him before.
Actually, Chris, he gets in trouble and loses every match.
Back body drop, and Ricky Cruz now. Forearm shot to the head. And come on. Oh, no.
What a big boot to the face, and now Hoodlum looks like he's going to go for his finisher.
I don't think Hoodlum's going to win this, Dave.
Well, there's a shock. Do you think so?
There you go. Spine buster on Hoodlum. And now Ricky Cruz. What is he talking to the fans for? He should be covering him right now. What a non-professional he is.
Cruz stalking his prey here. Hoodlum gonna be begging for mercy here momentarily, Chris.
Oh,
No,
yes.
I spoke too soon.
Kicking him in, fireman's carry, Dave. What's he gonna do? Maybe an F5? No. Thrown off by Ricky, ducks the clothesline, and another one.
Oh, super kick.
Up, out on his feet, Dave. And look at this. The finisher holding on to it, and there's a cover. No, Hoodlum is still winless.
Shocking.
No, I didn't see that one coming, Dave.
I really thought this was the one, Chris. Even though Ricky Cruz has won a million straight matches, I thought Hoodlum was going to get that first W tonight.
I thought the fact that he wanted revenge on that, like I said, Jezebel, Lucy Mendez, that it might actually fuel him to a victory, Dave, but
How
no.
many times do I have to say this, Chris? The man that's fighting for Lucy Mendez has more motivation than his opponent in every single match.
Dave, if the motivation means going out and dancing with Santa Claus out there like he is now, I don't want to be that guy, okay?
Look, there's another lovely lady in the crowd.
Where?
He just hugged her. I think it's Santa Claus's wife.
Anyway, you know what? Coming up, Dave, you saw it. The main event has been made. Jeremy Wyatt taking on Dan Walsh. Of course, Dan Walsh will have the Dan Walsh Danimal army of Magic Man and Homeless Brody, Jake Durden, the first ever homeless wrestler, I think, in the professional wrestling world, Dave.
Pretty impressive, Chris. I mean, we have some of those fans here tonight, but I've never seen a homeless wrestler like you said.
Dave, no one here gets a free ticket, so if they can afford a ticket, they're not homeless. Hoodlum, though, come on, buddy. Just bring some more California water next time, and you'll definitely win.
I hope his nose is broken.
Would you shut up, loser?
The Turner Recreation Commission is a full-service recreation facility located in Kansas City, Kansas. Program offerings include youth and adult sports, boxing, karate, dance, tumbling, cheerleading, fine arts, childcare, youth and adult fitness classes, 50-plus program, a fitness center, year-round aquatic programs, birthday parties, rentals, and much, much more. For more information about TRC and their programs, please visit their website at turnerrec.org. Metro Pro Wrestling is brought to you in part by Pizza Shuttle, the best pizza place in Lawrence, Kansas since it opened its doors in 1984. Open 7 days a week until 2 a.m., 3 a.m. on the weekend. Order online at pizza-shuttle.com or give them a call at 785-842-1212. Pizza Shuttle, a proud sponsor of Metro Pro Wrestling.
Welcome back. It's main event time here on Metro Pro Wrestling. Two of the best wrestlers in the Metro Pro Wrestling stable, Chris. Jeremy Wyatt against the Danimal Dan Walsh. I never thought I'd say that about Dan Walsh, but I have been impressed by what this guy's done in the ring over the last 6 months or so.
Dan Walsh is great. You're right, and Jeremy Wyatt is great. It breaks my heart, Dave, that Jeremy Wyatt and Mark Sterling are sort of not seeing eye to eye right now.
You actually have to have a heart, Chris, to have a broken heart. So
Dave, I have a heart. Are you kidding me?
Like the size of the Grinch.
I've broken so many hearts that I definitely have a heart in there somewhere, Dave. Jeremy Wyatt, though, has come out here.
Nikki.
Jeremy Wyatt has come out here. Why are you bringing up old stuff? Jeremy Wyatt has signed the contract for that title match, Dave. It's the best 2 out of 3 match series with Mark Sterling coming up here. First match, singles match. Second match, no disqualification. And if they need a third match, it will be the first ever ladder match in Metro Pro Wrestling's history. So tonight, Mark Sterling has had the opportunity to select the opponent for Jeremy Wyatt, and he has picked quite the opponent. You mentioned him, the Danimal, Dan Walsh.
I never thought I'd say nice things about Dan Walsh. I also never thought I'd say this, but I can't wait for Jeremy Wyatt to be the Metro Pro champion again, Chris.
Yeah, you back that guy now. You're such a backstabber when
It's happening in December.
hated Jeremy Wyatt 2 weeks ago. And look, Homeless Brody's out here. Jake Durden with Magic Man and Dan, the Danimal Walsh, Road Rules reality show star. Talk about a guy that's broken a lot of hearts. If you ever watched Road Rules, this guy, all the girls wanted him.
Is Durden at his shots this month, Chris?
I don't know. He's homeless. They got those over there, the shelter.
Got him for rabid dogs.
Look at Magic Man. He's doing a magic trick. Look at that! A rubber chicken, yes! That is some 2000.
Man.
That's some 2012 magic.
Yeah,
Dave.
that was great in 1980 when I was 2 on the Muppets.
You're old. Magic Man out there, homeless Brody. Dan Walsh does have a lot of help in his corner, Dave. I think Jeremy Wyatt might be in trouble.
Well, this would be without a doubt the biggest win in Dan Walsh's time here at Metro Pro Wrestling if he could pull it off tonight, Chris. It certainly has no shortage of help, as you mentioned, outside the ring.
The former double champion Jeremy Wyatt trying to become Metro Pro champion against Mark Sterling.
What's he reaching for here, Chris? He's got a chocolate bar.
Three Musketeers bar? What is he? Dude, just because homeless Brody Jake Durden hasn't ate for a while, he's playing around with him with that candy bar, Dave? That's just unfair.
It looks like he really wants that candy, Chris.
Well, he told me he's sick of the mashed potatoes and soup. Oh, look, they just threw the bar over there. No, oh, he's chasing after the candy bar. I guess I can't blame the guy.
Yeah, it's like my 2-year-old, Chris. Throw a candy bar across the room, he'll go run and get it.
He's hungry, Dave. Thank you very much.
He's not going to eat that, though. It was in Wyatt's pants, right? He wouldn't possibly eat that.
Probably nice and warm.
What?
Here we go. There we go. Wyatt and Dan Walsh in control, twisting his arm back, and look at this. Wyatt, though, rolling out and reversing it now on Dan Walsh.
Oh, nice takedown, though, by the former champ.
Look at that. Awfully close to some kind of submission move here, but Jeremy Wyatt now that face lock.
I mean, it's all so clear, Chris. I mean, Mark Sterling stole Wyatt's title. He stole Wyatt's haircut.
He beat
Dingo.
Dingo.
What has he not stolen from this guy? And it's Wyatt's rightful place to take back that title.
Look, I understand that Jeremy Wyatt broke his leg and he had to be stripped because he thought he was going to be out for months and months, but he was only out for 2 months and now he's back already. We've talked about that's been documented on the show many, many times. But now he's in control now on Dan Walsh, but almost a cover there on Wyatt. But you're right, Dave.
Thank you, finally.
You're right from the standpoint of Wyatt wasn't there to actually lose the title to Sterling. But you saw Sterling beat Dingo for the title, and he's had it ever since.
Off the ropes goes Wyatt, big shoulder block.
Dan Walsh is now down, and that's a bad place to be when Jeremy Wyatt is running the ropes, and here's a cover now. Look at this combination. No!
Wow, almost a 3 count. You know, I think I'm going to stop calling Wyatt the former champ. I'm going to start calling him the rightful champ. I think that's a good title for him right now, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, you're real unbiased, Dave. You love this Wyatt guy so much, and I know he's a very good wrestler, one of the best in the Midwest, one of the best ever in Metro Pro Wrestling. But I don't know. I think it's going to take a lot to beat Dan Walsh tonight, and it's going to take even more to defeat Mark Sterling in the best 2 out of 3.
Well, he's not just having to defeat Dan Walsh tonight, Chris. As I mentioned earlier, there's 2 guys on the outside, including one crazy homeless guy.
There we go. Well, which one? Here we go. 1, 2, no! Yes. Thank goodness.
Man, big flying cross body block by Wyatt. Thought he had the match won there. Look at the crowd actually really behind Jeremy Wyatt, and who would have ever seen that coming?
It was amazing to see when we saw the contract signing, Dave. Nice scoop slam by Wyatt. When you saw this crowd just turn on Sterling like they did and just start cheering Jeremy Wyatt the way that I just never saw that coming, Dave. They hated Jeremy Wyatt. Medea was so mad, he would throw her some Fritos, she'd throw them right back. And now they're all cheering. I don't understand.
We need more Medea.
Cats and dogs working together. It's amazing.
Mass hysteria, right?
Yes.
Oh, come on, referee, what are you watching?
Hey, the homeless guy's not happy. He threw his candy bar. He's trying to rake his
Probably
leg
got
now.
some unique flavors on that candy bar, Chris.
Maybe. No!
Oh, come on, you can't. Oh, there's a referee, get him out of there.
Homeless Brody dropped his candy bar and he tried to catch Dan Walsh, but I think he's still going to eat it. No!
Look at that.
Nice springboard on the homeless and Dan.
Homeless took the brunt of that, and Dan Walsh with a cheap shot from behind.
Dan Walsh now working it. Dave, we talked about that broken leg. And Jeremy Wyatt is still in the process of healing, so of course people are going to go after that.
The Animal Dan Walsh has no sympathy for Wyatt, as you mentioned. This guy is all aggressive, and he'll go take any advantage he can get. Can't blame him for that, but this guy's ruthless.
You saw Dan Walsh when he was talking to... Oh, look at that. Dan Walsh, when he was talking to Mark Sterling, he said he wants to take his career up a notch. And so he said if Sterling beats Jeremy Wyatt, Dan Walsh wants a title shot against Sterling to start solidifying himself here at Metro Pro in the higher echelon of talent.
Wyatt back up to his feet, but immediately sent crashing back down by Dan Walsh.
And Dan is in control here, Dave. No help from Magic Man or homeless guy needed.
But willingly provided, Chris, okay?
Seriously, though, if you're a professional wrestler, Dave, wouldn't you like a 7-foot-tall homeless guy to be in your corner? I mean, he's obviously going to work for very little. He's worked for scraps of McDonald's out of the trash. You saw Dan Walsh give him that a couple weeks ago, so it's cheap labor, and he's big.
Yeah, well, that's true, Chris, but actually, you know, I have some respect for myself. You know, I
Really?
like to actually win things by myself without having to rely on others. That's what a true champion does. That's what Jeremy Wyatt does, as you can see.
I didn't know you respected yourself based on the way you carry
Well,
yourself
if I
around
was a
here.
wrestler, I'm sure I would.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that'd be different in fantasy world. Here we go, like trying to break the leg now of Jeremy Wyatt. Homeless guy still eating that candy bar, I think.
That only hit Wyatt's, you know what, in his trunks, and it was only on the dirty floor here in Turner Rack. Why wouldn't he eat it?
Oh, hey, look, it's better than some of these people ate tonight, I'm sure. Jeremy Wyatt back up first, though. Dan Walsh, big forearm shot there by Wyatt.
Dan Walsh certainly has become, even though he's a funny guy, certainly a disliked guy here at the Metro Pro Wrestling.
He's incredibly
family.
hilarious, Dave.
I think he's funny.
I don't understand. I think he just talks above most of these people. He's very intelligent.
That's not very hard, Chris.
Has a vocabulary more than 10 words, so he confuses a lot of people. I think if they understood what he said, they'd probably get around him more.
Maybe you should dumb it down a shade. Get a fan base here.
Yeah. Based on some of these people in the front row, I think you're right, Dave. Big forearm shot. A kick to the gut by Walsh and staying on top of Wyatt. And if Wyatt's going to lose to Dan Walsh, Dave, do you really think he has a shot against Mark Sterling?
You know what? Jeremy Wyatt could beat anyone, Chris. And as I've said earlier, big reactive move there by Wyatt. As I've said earlier, I think Wyatt's the favorite in any match against anyone in the locker room. I really believe that. So yes, even if he did somehow lose this match tonight, which I don't think he will, of course he could beat Mark Sterling.
Look,
I think he's the best guy in the company.
He's the only double champion we've ever had here at Metro Pro, so of course he's one of the best of all time.
But you're saying he wouldn't have a chance if he loses this match?
Mark Sterling is the longest running Metro Pro Wrestling champion.
You're
ever.
saying this 2 weeks after you wouldn't shut up about Wyatt's undefeated streak for a year and a half.
Of course, they're both great. Look at this. Nice reversal, and oh my goodness. This is going to be bad for Dan Walsh. Get up!
Oh, I don't know how he kicked out.
Dan Walsh is in big-time trouble if he's going to get this crossface put on him, Dave. You do not want Dan Walsh tapping out, and thank goodness he got to the ropes. Thank goodness. Homeless Brody, Jake Durden, and Magic Man better get over there to help out Dan. He's in trouble.
Dan Walsh certainly worse for wear right now. Can Jeremy Wyatt take advantage and finish him off?
I just wish the Kansas City Killers could have stayed together a little while longer, Dave. That's just what upsets me about this whole thing.
Yeah, you know what, Chris? You can wish in one hand and you know what in the other. I mean, I wish the Chiefs didn't lose every single game, okay? No reason really fantasizing about what might have been, okay?
That's true, Dave.
This isn't the good old days
Here we go,
anymore.
cover. Oh, I thought Dan Walsh had it. You're right, Dave. We should go back to the 90s where we win 10 games a year but never sniffed the Super Bowl. That was just as good, right?
No, you're right. It's great when we lose every game. That's great. It's much better than making the playoffs every year.
Hey,
intelligent comment.
The best thing about that, though, Dave, is the Chiefs will draft a #1 quarterback that will be here for years and years and will be great.
Actually, I haven't drafted a quarterback in the first round, Chris, in 30 years.
That was a joke, okay?
Yes.
You're not supposed to be seriously contemplating that thought.
Didn't take long to contemplate, but
hey, would you do some play-by-play of some wrestling instead of talking about Chiefs and how they used to be good 40 years ago? Go.
You're the one that's talking about the good old days, you moron. As these two now up on the middle ropes, respectively, one inside the ring, one outside the ring.
Here we go. Come on. Big superplex here by Dan Walsh would be pretty good, Dave, for the Danimal Kingdom. Look at headbutt
the Danimal Kingdom.
Sends Dan down.
Wyatt maybe going all the way up here, Chris. High risk maneuver.
This could be trouble if he hits the big Macho Man elbow.
High risk, high reward, and he hit it.
And Dan Walsh just got hit by the flying elbow, and Jeremy Wyatt says it's over, Dave, but he's not ready to cover him yet. What's he going for here, Dave?
Wyatt maybe going
Come
for
on,
the
get up
finisher.
there.
Of course, interferes from the outside, of course.
And look, Dan Walsh rolling him up. Here we go. 2. Oh, and look, the crossface. Kicked out of the cover, and look, Wyatt's just... Oh,
Yes,
no.
Chris. No meal for homeless Brody tonight, as Dan Walsh is lost.
Back to the soup kitchen for Jake Durden. This is horrible. It was just Thanksgiving.
Looks like the Magic Man's been eating pretty well. Maybe he can share some of his food. And now
look at
homeless
this.
Brody into the ring and taking a beating to make it even worse.
Wyatt's just going after the empty stomach of homeless Brody in the corner. And Dan Walsh is still up, and here we go. Here comes Mark Sterling.
Look at Wyatt now.
Yes.
A cheap shot artist this guy is.
Okay, Dan Walsh couldn't win the battle, Dave, but the war is going to be won by Mark Sterling, but no! Kicked off by Jeremy Wyatt now.
1 against 4, and Jeremy Wyatt's the last man standing.
Jeremy Wyatt has just cleaned the ring, Dave, but no, Homeless Brody is back up. Jake Durden now with the choke slam.
Changed the Undertaker there, a homeless version of the Undertaker.
Look at that. They look the same, by the way. Jeremy Wyatt is on his back, and nice choke slam by Jake Homeless Brody Durden. And Mark Sterling now directing traffic. He's telling Dan Walsh and Jake Durden to hold up Wyatt.
No, come on.
Yes, you know what this is going to be, Dave. It's going to be the spear of all spears.
It wouldn't be the first time he speared his former friend, is it, Chris?
Here we go. Come on, hold him up there. Center it, yes. It's locked on.
No.
Knocked over like a bowling pin, Dave.
Disgusting.
Not when you bowl, but when good bowlers bowl. Wyatt's down. Mark Sterling standing above him. Dan Walsh, Homeless Brody, all there. Look, this is great.
Only you would make an idiotic bowling analogy when a guy's lying dead in the ring, Chris.
Jeremy Wyatt has no friends. That's why no one's out here for him. Mark Sterling has all the friends in the world, Dave. He's got a homeless guy and Dan Walsh, Road Rule star.
Boy, he's really made it, hasn't he, Chris?
Yes, in the world of pro wrestling on this level, yes. Here comes Sterling.
Kettlebell.
Yes.
Come on, somebody's got to get out here and put a stop to this.
You're going to have to hit the nail on the head, Dave. And by nail, I mean Jeremy Wyatt.
What?
Here we go. Take that kettlebell and oh, look at it. Wyatt's feebly trying to fight back. And Sterling's going to take him out with his kettlebell, Dave. And this isn't going to be pretty. Saw Hoodlum bleed a little bit, but there's going to be blood everywhere.
Come on.
Come on.
Seriously, enough's enough.
Call some play-by-play of this, Dave. I want to hear it and have some enthusiasm.
The jerk Mark Sterling's about to deliver another death blow here, Chris, and somebody's got to get out and do something.
Here we go. Wind up, Sterling. Turn around, Wyatt.
Had to break a rib, Chris.
Hopefully.
Shut up, you idiot.
That's only going to help Mark Sterling in their best 2 out of 3 match coming up here in December.
Wyatt's formerly broken leg has already been picked apart tonight, and now he may have cracked ribs. And like he still keeps trying to fight, Chris.
And Mark Sterling going to work, softening him up now for the Mark Shooter. This is going to be great. Could you imagine, just look at the beatdown he's received.
How can you be enjoying this? 4 versus 1, are you serious?
Okay, the odds aren't very good, but still, it's still sort of funny to see how Sterling has all these friends. Dave and Wyatt is being taken out.
This is funny, huh?
If
I thought you liked Jeremy Wyatt and Mark Sterling. Now you're saying this is funny. No,
I do.
Clearly.
I, of course, like them both, but
can't wait to see what Jeremy Wyatt says about your friendship when he watches this broadcast.
CrossFit! Yes!
Another example, you backstabber, former friend.
Look, Jeremy Wyatt's the one that wanted this, Dave. He wanted to break up the Kansas City Killers because he said winning the Metro Pro Championship was more important than being a Kansas City Killer and a friend of Mark Sterling. So Mark Sterling deserves to do everything he's doing right now.
Nobody deserves this.
You do.
Look at this jerk. Laying down the beat down in the ring and now talking trash to the great fans here at Turner Rec Center.
You really think Jeremy Wyatt's going to be able and prepared for his match in December? If it does happen to be some kind of ladder match at the end of this, he's working on a half-broken leg and he just got hit in the stomach by a 40-pound kettlebell. Here comes Sterling again.
No, come on.
The beatdown doesn't stop, Dave. Sterling continues and Midnight Guthrie's out here. What's he going to do? Stack of dimes for a neck he has. This is Mark Sterling's finest moment right here, Dave, outside of winning the Metro Pro Championship, is putting an exclamation point on the fact that the Kansas City Killers are done, thanks to that man writhing in pain in the middle of the ring.
This is just disgusting, Chris. I've seen some bad things here at Metro Pro Wrestling. This is about as bad as I've ever seen.
Mark Sterling, your Metro Pro Champion for life.
This has been a production of Metro Sports and Time Warner Cable, Kansas City.